It's your boy AMC, the creature, your spiritual teacher, here to reach and pull you out of darkness, man. Now listen, your boy done finally released, dog. Ain't even gonna say relapse, cause it wasn't like to, corn or nothing like that, And y'all know I say corn for the algorithm and all that, but your boy finally released, dog, man. And it's a bittersweet feeling, you know what I'm saying? I made it 128 days, my first go around with this no fap thing. I mean, with this semen retention thing. I would say no fap, but no fap is when you don't watch, when you're not watching online videos. So I made it, you know what I mean? Your boy made it 128 days, about 128 to 129 days without, releasing. And I feel it's bittersweet. It's like part of me feel like it was cool. Part of me feel like I could have, waited. I feel like it's taking me off my pattern. You know what I mean? I just feel like a little drain. Not too much, just a little bit. I feel like when you got the low meter, you got the medium, and then you got the high. I was filled all the way up to the high. So now that I released, it feels like I went back down to medium. It doesn't feel like I lost it all. Like I'm not completely drained, which is where I was starting from when I originally started my journey. I was starting from here, build it up to here, and build it up to here. But now it feels like I'm at medium. So I could feel a difference though. I feel like, just energy is depleted. You know what I mean? I've been taking a break. I haven't been beating myself up. I usually go to boxing and running and stuff. The past yesterday and today, I gave myself a break from boxing and running. I still went to the gym though. I still got my gym work, and I'm gonna get my gym work in again today. But you gotta know yourself. Like normally, like some guys might say, "Oh, I'm gonna force myself to still do the same thing I was doing." Nah, bro, you just released after 128 days. You know what I mean? It's cool to allow your energy to rebuild back up without being too stressful on yourself, because once you become more stressful, once you add more stress to your plate, it's going to make it easier for you to relapse again. But what I can say though is I can definitely tell it's a hole in my aura, if you will. Like I feel like a lot of intrusive thoughts, like wanting to watch videos again when I never had that urge when I was, because I had done no fap well before I had started doing semen retention. So I'm probably like 6 months into no fap, but with semen retention where I wasn't having intercourse with a female, that's where I went the 128 days. But as far as no fap, it's probably like 6 months. So I hadn't had those thoughts until after I relapsed. And once I finally got that feeling back, it was like, oh, this is why, you know what I mean? This was the feeling, you know what I mean? So it brought me back to that feeling. I just feel a little bit like, it's gonna sound weird, like a piece of me is gone, like a friend, like I lost a friend that was with me is gone. But it doesn't necessarily feel bad though. Like it feels like it's just a certain shield, you know what I mean? It just feels like a certain shield is like down, and I believe that's my aura. I believe that certain just spiritual strength is a little depleted. I feel like now I gotta rebuild it back up. And but this time when I do it though, I got more insight. I'm not completely starting from zero, you know what I mean? So I feel like relapse, like, and I said this on my no smoke journey, because I still haven't smoked there. I still haven't done that. And I'm gonna make a separate video for my no smoke, for my smoke journey. Just because, I feel like I gotta speak on that too, because that's pretty much where my journey started before I even got into semen retention. But I feel like now my willpower is being tested, because now I've released. So now it's like your body wants to go back to homeostasis. So it wants to go back to where you were when you were originally at your, I guess you could say, your comfortable lowest, if that makes sense, which was for me constantly having sex, constantly fapping, not completely fapping all the time, but definitely watching, you know, explicit videos, definitely, you know, PMOing for sure, definitely not having control of food and not having control of sleep and all of this stuff. So I know that was a comfortable place. Smoking, all of those, you know, dopamine releases from all of those lower vibrational activities. I could tell my body kind of, it's like we release. So now it's like we can go back to doing what we doing, but doing what we used to do. But I'm also a different person at this point. I feel like I've through my semen retention journey, I've definitely transformed my character. I've been in the gym. Your boy done, you know what I'm saying? Your boy done got a little, you know what I'm saying? Got a little swole, man. Put on a little, put in that real workout journey. Been going hard in the gym. Definitely, if you look at my first video all the way up till now, you can see a change. You can see some growth, I'm sure. And I haven't been, I made videos, but I hadn't been posting them, y'all, because truthfully, I wanted to give you guys a real, like, milestones, I guess, in my journey. So, but when I made it to, when I finally relapsed, I'm like, man, I gotta go on there and you know, drop some jewels for y'all, because I know if you've been on this journey, to me, relapse is a part of it. And my thing is, you can't really talk about it until you relapse. To me, like, relapse to me is a graduation, just like what weed was for me. When I relapsed, when I got back on the horse after the relapse, I went way harder. See what I mean? That's the relapse was what made me go this long without smoking. It was like I relapsed. I felt like I wasn't missing nothing, and then I jumped back on the horse. With this journey though, I relapsed and I felt like I wanted to get back active. Like I wanted to get back, you know, out there, because it's a certain level of solitude that you end up it's a certain level of solitude that you end up having on the semen retention journey. So once you finally release, you're like, man, I want to go back to being around and chasing females and basically just, you know, your lower self starts to want to take over again. So now I gotta reconquer that. It's not as bad as it was, like I said originally, because there was nothing better to compare it to, because I had never been on a semen retention journey. So, or well, at least I had never been on a semen retention journey consciously. You know, we all been through droughts and stuff. But so now that I have something to compare it to, I know, like, all right, you can go around chasing females. Yeah, you can do that if you want, but you know you're gonna be depleted, which means you know you're gonna fall off from your regimen, your routine. You're not gonna be in the gym as much. You're not gonna be as focused. You know what I mean? You might lose some of the benefits, like some of the spiritual benefits, such as I can say, like, my intuition has been on point, my manifesting has been on point, my confidence has been higher, social anxiety, not really, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things you get when your meter is full, you know what I mean? So just remembering that, like remembering why you was on this journey, remembering how long it took you to feel normal without releasing, remembering all those flat lines that you had to go through, that you finally got through, you know, understanding your energy, understanding what makes you feel like garbage, what makes you feel good, just recognizing the how desensitized you were to your energy, how desensitized you were to your to how you were being negatively affected. You know what I mean? So all of that stuff is important. So I'm definitely taking note of all of that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, your boy definitely I don't even want to say relapse necessarily, because I know a lot of people say relapse when they're talking about PMO. You know what I mean? But for me, and for people that don't know what PMO is, just look it up. I don't want to. If you don't know what that is, like, I mean, you know what I mean? I can't. It's too much to tell you. So look it up. But yeah. So I realized, like, now that I'm at this second half of my journey, and the reason why I say the second half, because I'm getting back on the horse, man. I'm going back to You know what I mean? My semen retention. I'm gonna keep it going. This was, like I said, this was my first try of ever doing this consciously, and I made it 128 days. So 128 to 130, because I started on the first, and it was been 4 months, but some months got 31 days, so it's like it could be anywhere between 129 and 130. I mean, 128 and 130. The reason why I say 128 is because I released on the 28th. You know what I mean? So, but some months, like I said, got 30 days. Some months got 31 days. So it's not exactly like that. But regardless of that, I definitely want to say, if you're going through it, man, keep your head on. Don't worry if you do release. You know what I mean? Even if you do it through explicit videos or whatever, you know what I mean, however you do it, dust yourself back up, man. Even if you end up relapsing multiple times, because I could see now, because even once I released, it was like taking the seal off, like boom. Now it's like my body's like, man, let's go. We've been in this gym, we've been working hard. Let's go get on these females now. We back outside. You know what I mean? So now I gotta get the control back again. So it's definitely something it's definitely a struggle again. You know what I mean? I can't say it's gonna be easy. I can't say that I might not relapse again. You know what I mean? I might not release again. I might not mess with another female. But what I can say is that I'm definitely going to stay conscious of how I feel in this moment, and definitely use this information and this knowledge to go further on this journey than I did this last time with the 128 days. It's definitely, I went to the gym yesterday and I didn't really feel no difference. The only time I felt the difference was basically today, with a little bit of my recovery. I kind of felt a little weaker, you know what I mean? Not too much. Yesterday I felt like my back was a little tight, nothing too crazy, just pretty light, you know what I mean? So it wasn't too bad. And like I said, I feel like if the meter was all the way full, the release brought it down to like the middle. You see what I mean? It didn't make me feel like I lost everything. I wasn't just completely asleep. I was a little tired, but I wasn't completely asleep. I did get the feeling of like a little bit of, not shame, but a little bit of just like I could have, you know what I mean? I could have held out, you know what I mean? So I could see how if you do that multiple times consistently, how now that could affect your mood, you know what I mean? So it could bring you down. And now I'm starting to recognize the effects of what I was feeling when I was constantly doing it before versus now. Because before, like I said, I hadn't been going straight long enough for me to recognize the difference. It would be as if, like I said, for my fellas who are on no smoke journey, or even if let's say you're not eating artificial sugars, all this kind of stuff, and you go a long time without eating it, and then you eat it, and then you're like, damn, I see how I might feel inflammation. Or let's say you smoke and you hadn't smoked for a long time, you could be like, damn, I can see how I could feel lazy or depressed. Versus when I was used to it, I was desensitized to the feeling, and then I hadn't been sober long enough to compare it to nothing, or I hadn't been eating clean enough long enough to compare it to nothing. So it's the same thing with this. I had she almost hit her. I was I had been going on semen retention so long that by the time now that I done released, now I could start to feel the effects of how I was feeling prior to when I started it. You know what I mean? So I could see, okay, this is why I was feeling this way, or this is why I was feeling that way, because of the releases that I was having, and that's how they were having an effect on me. You know what I mean? So that's why I say relapse is definitely a part of recovery, because you have to be able to compare it. You have to see how you feel and get a conscious understanding. And then you also got to get a conscious understanding of how to build yourself back up. When you're first starting, it's kind of like adrenaline. So you're just happy to be able to do it. You're just happy to be able to be on the journey, because you want to see all the benefits, you want to get all the gains, you want to see all of that, blah blah. So you could ride that out for a long time. You know what I mean? But when you finally do release it, now you got to really do it again, and it's gonna come with peaks and valleys. It's gonna come with flat lines. It's gonna come with isolation. All of these things. I feel like it makes you more wise. It makes you more more of a teacher. It makes it easier for you to be a teacher on a journey, because now you could give insight from, before the journey and after the journey, and then starting it back up. So you just get more conscious of it, and fellas, more than likely you're gonna release. Like I had to realize that myself. You're gonna, you know what I mean. You're gonna go 6 months, 3 months, 6 days. You're gonna eventually release in some form of fashion. You see what I mean? Because it's still a natural instinct, So, and we, we still young guys. Like I'm pretty young. You know what I mean? I'm 30, so I feel like it's natural. You know what I mean? It's natural for you to want to, have to have in um experiences with different females. Is natural for you to want to, release. So as long as you're not overdoing it, and as long as you're conscious of what's going on afterwards, you make better decisions going forward. And yeah, man, I could just see, like, even after the release, I could feel myself wanting to go back into, player mode, just smashing all the females, you know what I mean? Going back out there, man, and doing my thing, you know what I mean? So I can see how, like, that obsessive compulsive, or like, because you just like, damn, I did it now. So like, I'm not on my journey no more. So I don't have the females that I've been, like, not messing with and not dealing with. I could deal with them now. You know what I mean? So those are the type of thoughts you get. And then so now I gotta tame the beast again. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just wanted to come in here and give y'all some give y'all some real just human, you know what I'm saying? But coming from a human place, like, everybody wants to seem perfect. Some guys on here may say they never release, or some of them may never, they may not have been dealing with females before, so they don't know, like, how it is. So it might be a little easier. But for all my guys out there that's going through the journey, it's all right, bro. If you slip up, man, just get back on the horse. Take it one day at a time, and that's all we could do, man. That's all I could do. I just wanted to be what's the word I'm looking for? Transparent. That's what it is. I wanted to be transparent with you guys and let y'all know that, yes, sir, your boy did release. Your boy did, after 128 days. It just happened yesterday, so don't think it was a long time ago, or that's why I've been missing. Nah, man, I just now did it. And I'll give you guys a timeline. This time I'm gonna do it. This time again, I'm gonna be more thorough with my video dropping on the journey. But I made it 128 days. I didn't think I could make it this far, fellas. So I'm just happy to make it this far, and I'm happy to be able to make a video and tell you guys how it went and how it's going. And my next time we going for the journey again. We're gonna do this again. I'm thinking the next time is gonna be even crazier, because I'm not starting from zero. I'm starting from like I said, I feel like I'm at the middle. So now I'm gonna get back to the peak faster. And on top of that, I didn't release through watching, no explicit videos. So I feel like when you do that, it's a stronger release. This one wasn't as strong, you know what I mean? So we'll see, fellas. But I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. It's your boy AMC, the creature, your spiritual teacher, here to reach you and pull you out of darkness, man.